Alright guys, how's it going? It is time for another exclusive. Alright, I love doing the exclusives, I really do. And many of you reached out to me about this particular exclusive last night and said, Dunk, here's one for you, get stuck into this. So here we go. Right, it's by Anfield Watch. By Sam Maguire. Some of you will have heard of Sam Maguire if you're stupid enough to pay a lot of attention to X. And the title is as follows. Are you ready? Exclusive. Liverpool weigh up Moneyball move for PSG Hitman. Now already in the title of that it says weigh up. So it's nobody saying this is actually happening. I mean, weighing up a move is, it's not like Liverpool move for, it's all the thinking about it. So you've already got to get out. Do you get me drift? Maybe you don't look or examine these things like I do, but anyway, I haven't read the article yet. We're going to go through it together. I can't read the entire article to you. I'm not allowed, but you can Google the title I've just given you, see if I'm unfair. So what I do is I leave bits out that's self-explanatory, like Liverpool, who won the league. Do you know what I mean? You don't need to know that. Let's go with it. Remember, the more ads, the more bullshit. Yeah, absolutely. I can't even see the article. There's fucking ads everywhere, right? So let's see if we can shut them down. And that's important because when a website has fucking thousands of adverts popping up left, right, and fucking autoplay videos and all this, it means that the emphasis on that publication is to generate revenue. And how do you generate revenue? By coming up with things that are clickable, that are going to drag people in. Do you know what I mean? They're going to drag you in. The word exclusive by itself will drag you in, So I always think if I see an exclusive, but there's not a lot of adverts, I think, well, what are they gaining from this? Do you get me drift? Anyway, I genuinely cannot see the article. So, all right, let's go. It is no secret that Liverpool are in the market for a new centre forward as part of an attacking overhaul. Now, it goes on about that Liverpool had shown, Premier League champions had shown interest in Alexander Isak. Right, let's go for it. He's ruled out. The mentioned Julian Alvarez continues to be on the club's radar, the infamous fucking radar, Liverpool's radar. It's bigger than the one at GCHQ. With Benjamin Sesko and Ugo Ekitike. Also, according to Anfield Watch sources, can you smell that? I can, and it's not my ass, it's bullshit. The Reds are also weighing up a potential move for Paris Saint-Germain forward. Oh, hang on a minute, I got the pronunciation for this earlier. 1 second. Gonçalo Ramos. That's what I'm told it's pronounced. We want to pronounce it, Goncalo Ramos or something like that, right? Where is it? I would have pronounced it Goncalo Ramos, but apparently it's not. It's Gonçalo Ramos. Anyway, you know what I'm like with names if it's not Jack Daniels or John Smith. Look at this, look. I've gone back to it, look. Straight away, full page advert. What does it tell you? You're absolutely deluded if you listen to this shit. But anyway, we'll continue. It might be genuine. Let's see. So in that sentence alone, though, they say weighing up potential, weighing up a move, a potential move. So it's not really fucking happening. Well, it might be happening, but you're not really telling us. Liverpool have gone in for. We're not getting that here, are we? We've got 2 get-outs there. What I mean by get-outs is when you pull these fuckers up months later, they'll say, oh no, we only said weighing up a move, potential. We didn't say it was happening. And do you know what? Even if someone says, yeah, it's really going to happen, you can't really pull them up 3 months later if it doesn't, because things change in football. We're grown up. Well, most of us are grown-ups. So I could have someone say to me, Dunk, it's definitely going to happen. It really is, pal. It's on. But something can happen, an injury or a financial thing or whatever. But I know, because I've been in this game for a long time, almost 30 years now. Can you believe it? All right? I spot it a mile off, guys, because I know myself how to leave a disclaimer in there so people can't fucking pull you up later. Trust me. This is the next sentence. The 23-year-old is by no means top of the club's wish list, but he's under consideration. Again, no means he's not on top of the club's wish list. You know what I'm saying? By no means. But he's under consideration, so they're thinking about it. but it's an exclusive. I'm thinking about all sorts of fucking things today, but I'm not going to go run downstairs and tell someone, say, I've got an exclusive for you. I might be going out later, but I might not. But I am going out later, to be honest, so it would be true. It's believed he falls into the Moneyball category. Oh, money. Are we still talking about fucking Moneyball, really? Okay, goes on to tell you what he's been doing. Could be available for a similar fee this summer of around 65 million. And it goes on this now. All these paragraphs now are all about telling you why he would be a good signing, why it would make sense, right? So it's steering away from factual stuff in the sense of, in this exclusive, we're going to tell you what Liverpool are doing. It's now taking you down the route of justifying how good this player is. While this may seem excessive for a bit part player, it's a relatively good value for money when assessing the striker market, right? So it's telling you now, like, why you should think this is a good deal, right? The PSG number 9 made the most of his limited opportunities last term, finishing the League One season with 10 goals and 3 assists. He was a real goal threat. So it's really selling the player. And I'm talking paragraph after paragraph after paragraph. More impressively, though, was the fact that just 4 of his efforts in League One arrived from outside of the box during the 24-25 campaign, right? He was taking a lot of high-value shots. He showcased his ability to be a penalty box poacher. Do you see the gushingness of it? Do you see it, right? After all, in his final season for Benfica before the move to France, he netted 19 goals, right? Interestingly, Anfield Watch are told that Julian Ward favoured Ramos, or whatever he's fucking called, Ramos, in the summer of 2022, but former manager Jurgen Klopp was in love with the idea of Darwin. We know all that, all right? Coupled with Ward's contacts in Portugal, you would imagine that Liverpool have a fairly good idea of basically what he's like. If the Reds, this is how it ends, if the Reds decide a poacher is required to get the best out of their squad, he could move up their shortlist, right? Now, to me, right, the author of that article goes out of their way to sell the player. The idea to you could be under consideration, although they say he's under consideration, but is really selling the player, right, to you. You know, they want you to fall into supporting their theory that this is a decent player and that it would make sense, right? See, I think the author should state the facts and let the reader, you, me, determine whether it's a good idea or not. So to me, this is my opinion of that exclusive, right? This is someone that's had a little mooch around and thought, oh, could Liverpool sign? Because everyone's mentioning Sesko and him, right? And Alvarez. Well, Alvarez is not going to happen. We need to look at someone. I've got a fucking great idea. What about that? Right? And then they look at it and then they tell themselves, it does make sense actually. Have you seen it? And then before you know, you've got an exclusive, right? They've got an exclusive. I could do that. You could do that. You could go out there and pick some options, right? And then spend the entire article telling me why you should believe me, right? And then drop in that he's under consideration. Yeah, he's not under fucking consideration, is he, guys? He's not. Well, maybe he is. I don't know. Maybe he is. You might get lucky and maybe it will turn out to be true. Do you know what I mean? Was under consideration. But I think this article is someone saying, I've identified a player that I think would fit in well into Liverpool. I'm going to spend all the article telling you why that is. And at the end of the day, he's not high on the list. He's just under consideration, probable. You know, you never know. That's your exclusive. Give me a fucking break. All right, I'm off. I'll leave it with you. No, the author's probably a really nice chap, and I know some of you, you follow him, whatever. But these, no. Giving an opinion doesn't mean that you don't think someone's a nice person, or do you know what I mean? I just think that it's not an exclusive to me. Exclusive, I might fucking get my leg over tonight. Oh no, I mean, I'm considering it, but maybe I won't. So there's my get out clause, because I might be too pissed. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm right. I know I'm right. They don't say Dunk knows best for no reason, It's not just a slogan or something like that. I'm going to leave you with it. Right, I'm off. See you later. Have a nice day. I'm going to a pub this afternoon. If you like this video, if you like the breakdown of these things, then thumbs up the video. Drop me a comment. If you wrote the article, obviously thumbs it down. if you want to buy me a beer or a coffee, it'd be very much appreciated. Hit that super thanks button, the love out under the video. Yeah, I'm a fucking grifter. I'm working. This is my job. This is what I do. And I've done it for 27 fucking years, all right? So I deserve the odd pint every now and then. Thank you very much. Shout out to those of you that do look after me. All right, guys. But seriously, I think this is just like, look, let's look at players that could be an option. Spend the article telling us why, which is backing up my theory as to why they would be a good signing. And now believe me that it is under consideration.